Blessed be Wildlings and merry meet. Glad to have you back here at Rabbit and Wolf Divination. If you don't already give me a follow and you decide you like me after watching this video, go ahead and do so. Hit that like button if you like it as well. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and get started. Please remember that today's reading is a general reading. It's for lots of people. It may not resonate. If it doesn't, just take what does from the reading and leave the rest. And if absolutely none of it resonates, pick another pile. Otherwise, the question today is what blockage am I experiencing and how can I fix it? From having talked to everybody in my social groups lately, we're all feeling a little bit blocked or somehow being held back in certain ways, and so we're going to ask Spirit today what they think that advice is. We've got deck number 1, deck number 2, and deck number 3. Go ahead and pick with your intuition, not your brain. They're different things. And feel free to pause if you need to. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and get started with group 1. Hope you all are having a really good weekend so far. Mine's not going too bad. Trapped in the camper snow. Other than that, it's not terrible. Let's see what group 1. We've already got some flyers. Okay, the first thing that I'm seeing is that you need to be working on clearing away some things. In particular, people that disrespect you, and this can actually include yourself. Any thoughts or emotions that you have or that are disrespectful of you in general are things that we need to be trying to move away from. This is going to involve empowering yourself. As you see here, there's the hill giant carved into the hill. He's very large, he's very powerful. Nothing stands in his way or stops him from achieving what he would like. This card also contains the woodward in it, and he's got similar energies. This is a lesson for you on learning how to let go of toxic people or people that hold us back, or ideas and thoughts that disempower you or hold you back. These things are ultimately limiting you from finding your ultimate happiness or finding fulfillment in the physical world around you. So if you feel like you're just not fitting into your social circles, or the social circles are fighting back, or it's just not working out for you, you really need to analyze your responsibility and role and why this is going on for you. Spirit is saying that it's not necessarily that you are being disrespectful intentionally, or that these people are being disrespectful intentionally, but they are, and it's up to you to stand up for yourself. This giant wouldn't let anybody bully him around, and I don't think you should either. You're being asked to pick up this bow and to defend things that are worthy of defending and that are worthy of respect and honor. I feel like this is something that you've picked up from your childhood, this behavior. Maybe you had a super controlling parent, or you had a parent that let you do whatever, but also told you what to do. So you're not really sure how to do these things on your own. And so Spirit's trying to teach you how to stand up for yourself by yourself without a grown-up doing it for you, so to speak. I don't have any other messages for group 1. This is causing a whole lot of imbalance, and so if you feel blocked or like you can't move forward, this is why. Not seizing control of our power in a way that is responsible and respectful of ourselves and other people causes a lot of blockages. It's not a competition. It may be that other people are trying to compete with you or you're trying to compete with other people, but it's not a competition at all in any way, shape, form, or fashion. This is something that you're used to doing. You just sort of let people bully you around and you don't stand up for yourself. Or you let yourself bully yourself around and you don't stand up to yourself in that regard. And Spirit is asking you to stop trying to compete with other people or viewing other people as a competition, and to instead master that feeling and use that drive to get you places, because right now it's just holding you back. To do so, you may want to have to take a step up and look at it from a higher perspective. This can involve asking Spirit, like you're doing right now with this tarot reading, or it could just be asking somebody that you really trust and that you know who knows you and has a full vision of what's going on for you and can give you really good advice around that. As I was suspecting, these are based around subconscious beliefs, likely those that were founded in your childhood. You're either suffering from a feeling of just perpetual victim mentality, where you feel like you can't accomplish anything without help, because that's absolutely not true. You have all the power you need to accomplish anything. Or you feel like you do not have the power to accomplish things and never will. And Spirit is here to tell you that if you choose to pick up your power and use it, and learn to use it, you definitely have it. The issue you're experiencing right now is that you just don't have any practice using your power, and so you don't feel powerful. And so they're asking you to enforce that power by telling these people that are taking advantage of you, yourself included, that they're not allowed to do that anymore. There's a little bit of self-analysis that needs to be ongoing here. And we're not doing the self-analysis. When we do, we will discover that we have been a little bit too compassionate with other people and not compassionate enough with ourselves, or vice versa. And this will allow us to move forward from this place of stagnation that we're currently experiencing by being more balanced and equilaterally compassionate to one another. Alright, Group 1, that's your reading. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget, if you liked your reading, to hit that like button. If you like me, subscribe. Otherwise, we'll see you next time. We're moving on to Group 2. Group 2! What sort of blockage are we experiencing for Group 2? How can we clear it up? Lots of cards. Okay. There's a degree of codependency that's ongoing here. It may actually be a relationship that you're being codependent in, or it could be like a workplace that you're being codependent to. You feel like you're putting a lot more effort in than you're getting paid out, and you feel a bit like a slave to this energy around you. You may not even have realized that this is how you feel about it, or that this is actually the situation that you're in. But I think that that knowledge is starting to come to you, that you're being taken advantage of. Your work is going more to other people than it is to you. And so Spirit is asking you to really analyze that, and to take the steps to not necessarily run away from it, but to reclaim your power to such a point that it's no longer running away with you, if that makes sense. This is a part of a cycle that needs to be broken, but it doesn't need to be broken away from. It just needs to be mended. So I feel like that's probably a hesitation you're having. You're trying to determine, is this person, if you need to use that sword to hack and slash, so to speak, or if you just need it to defend yourself and to speak up for yourself. And I'm feeling like that's definitely something that needs to be ongoing here. This energy that you're codependent to or tied to or feel disempowered by actually doesn't have a whole lot of power over you. You're giving that being that power by not believing in yourself, and this is mostly just because you're novice at what you're doing, and so you're letting doubt and insecurity take foot. Remember that you are a beginner, but you are a wise beginner, and you have done studying, and you've taken the steps necessary to know why you're moving into this energy. At the bottom of the deck we've got the Empress. She's saying to be compassionate and unconditionally loving of yourself as you move forward through this progress. Continue to do the work. There is a lot of physical stuff here that is actually really manifesting into beautiful things for you, but you have to let go of the feeling that they're going towards somebody else more than they are for yourself, and you have to quit letting that happen if that's actually happening. Ultimately, this is leading to the Ten of Pentacles, and so I feel like this is actually probably a job situation more than a relationship. If you feel like you are being taken advantage of by your workplace, there is a time and a place to speak up about that, and it may be now. I feel like this energy, like I said, he doesn't think that he's taking advantage of you. Something's not balanced. You're not happy emotionally with the situation for whatever reason, and that has to do with the way you're thinking about it. If you have to have a confrontation verbally with somebody to bring about the closing of the energies, I think that that's absolutely necessary. This is something you've been holding inside for some time now. It's a secret that you haven't been wanting to share with other people. But I think now's the time to share it because it's really holding you back and limiting your overall potential. We have a progression here from the 7 to the 8 of Pentacles. And so in that progression, I see that there is definitely progress being made, but you do definitely have to confront this doubt, fear, and insecurity that the work that you're putting in is being taken advantage of or isn't going anywhere. Because it is going somewhere, and it's definitely not being taken advantage of. Keep putting the work in. Reclaim your power. You've got this, group 2. Closing messages for some crystals, and we'll see. The path is not clear. Spirit says that if you analyze what you're currently experiencing and the signs around you, you will be able to see that the path is much more clear than you currently are thinking it is. Be positive-minded. Don't let doubt and insecurity detract from your overall prosperity, and you will overcome and be able to move forward. Alright. And because of that 10 of Pentacles, I'm telling you, group 2, if you can overcome your doubt and move forward, there is something really awesome waiting for you. But you have to overcome that doubt, and you have to believe that the work you're doing is worthwhile and meaningful. Because if you don't believe it's worthwhile and meaningful, who else is going to? Alright, group 2, if you liked your reading, feel free to hit that like button or subscribe. I'd love to have you. Otherwise, we're moving on to group 3. Hey, group 3. We're going to see what sort of messages we have going. What blockage is group 3 experiencing? And how can we move past them? This is heavy energy. I'm not even really that far into the reading yet, and I don't have it. It's heavy. Makes my chest hurt. Okay. Okay, someone has been feeling really doubtful and insecure in a relationship or a romantic connection, and they've been spending a whole lot of time writing to Spirit and themselves about this. It's helping them clear away some of the doubts and the insecurities that they have around the relationship, but it is also revealing to them a large number of things, and one of the most important things that they are realizing is that they are constantly wanting to leave, and this energy makes them feel like they're constantly losing or missing out on things that they shouldn't be losing or missing out on otherwise. So they kind of want to leave. They are aware that this relationship is not balanced and that it requires balance, but they are not sure how to go about bringing that balance about. And so you feel very trapped. You want to make a vote to leave, but you're not sure if you should leave. The thing that I'm drawing here on these two cards, you see there's blackbirds, there's the bats here, And then there's like similar shapes back here. The insecurities and the doubts that you were having around this relationship aren't actually that illusionary, but they don't have anything to do with the loss that you're experiencing emotionally. I feel like that's something that is coming from elsewhere. It is not time for the wheel to turn around the situation. So if you've been thinking about leaving this person, I feel like you're being asked to give them a little bit more time. Your partner, I feel like, is this masculine person. I feel like you're this Queen of Cups. This masculine person doesn't necessarily have to be a man, but they are primarily bringing in the money right now. And they are the driving force behind the financial power of your engine, so to speak. But because they're being so focused on work and driving the machine forward, you feel kind of neglected. And like you're offering a lot more love and compassion in the relationship than this person is. But Spirit is letting you know that this is something that you're painting for yourself, and it's not precisely what's ongoing in the energies of this situation. They're aware that he's being a little bit selfish and that he's trapped in his head right now and that he might be being a little bit unpleasant because of this. And it's leaving you feeling very imbalanced and distorted and like maybe the light's going out on the relationship. Spirit asks for you to move forward. Please wish. Make a wish. Imagine what you want the relationship to be like and take the steps that are necessary to make those changes. If you don't make changes, no changes will come. This person here doesn't think you want to change and is firmly in the belief that you're not going to. And so that's really blocking the ability for this relationship to heal. You need to do a little bit of soul searching. You're coming at this from way too emotional of a space. And because you're coming at the King of Wands with a whole lot of water, it's really putting him out. He's not really sure how to respond to that because his focus right now is primarily on getting to the goal, so to speak, while yours is on being happy. If you can come together and resolve this issue where somebody feels like they're overworking on a physical level, where somebody else feels like they're overworking on an emotional level, and find balance, Spirit is saying that there's a lot of prosperity, love, and reward in it for you. But getting there is going to require a lot more work than is currently being done. This is because you are going about this in the wrong way. You're thinking about this person like a risk or a threat or something bad for you, and they're absolutely not. All they're doing for you is highlighting the fact that you have some emotional problems that need to be dealt with. Oh, I'm sorry. I have a lot of this going on in my life too. The group 3 is resonating with me more than any of the other groups so far, actually. But yeah, this person isn't actually the one who kicked all your cups over. Your cups were already kicked over. It's just this person's got a lot darker energy than you do. I feel like you're a really positive person, where this person's really logical, and so it's really pinpointing the fact that you don't have any cups. At least in regards to this situation, and it's creating a lot of imbalance. Take heed of the flowers that you already have growing. It will help you find out that there's a whole lot of beauty and reciprocity already ongoing in this relationship for you. Definitely it's not time to leave. It's time to do the inner work and do the changing that needs to be done to come to a better balance. Don't forget to do the vision work part where you imagine how you want it to go, but also don't forget to do the work part where you actually have this conversation with this person. Get all your feelings in order. Get ready to have it. Make sure this person knows you've got a boat packed and you're ready to go if absolutely necessary, but I don't really think that I don't think that they're going to let you get on the boat and go. I think that this person doesn't want you to leave. They just don't know that they are causing issues. So you have to tell them. Really, really work on manifesting. Your positive thoughts and how you think about this situation are really going to go a long way in regards to how this winds up going. But remember that you don't see everything. There's wisdom that's hidden from you, and that eventually, over time, we come to the realizations that Spirit is trying to provide to us. But we really need to work on positive manifestation and approaching this other person or this situation in a way that invokes positive endings, so to say. But thank you for joining me, Group 3. If you've made it this far, hit that like button, that subscribe button if you want to, or if you would like to check me out elsewhere on other social media, I have a website at www.rabbitandwolfdivination.com. It's linked down in the description below, or I'm also on Instagram or Facebook at Rabbit and Wolf Divination. Those are also linked in the comments below, but otherwise you can find the timestamps for everything. And we'll see you next time. Bye.